Hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. I hope everyone's doing super great today. Happy Monday, happy holiday week, happy Christmas week. Whatever you fancy as a holiday cheer-tide phrase. Happy whatever. I don't know. It's 1 minute and 1 second after. Where is your stream? I'm here. Chill out. Hey, Rack. Hey, Mince. And hey, homie. How you doing? Happy Monday. Let me know if the music is too loud, because I think it might be. There, I think that's a little bit better. Sakura! Hey, Blue Sky! All right. Hey, Tatsuhiko! Hello, everyone. Welcome in. I am going to be trying to walk for 10 minutes, and I'm standing at my desk today on my treadmill, so... Caro, I'm here. New tasteful tiara and all. Perfect. Does anyone notice anything different and more fabulous about Caro today? Does anyone notice anything more different and more fabulous about Caro? Yeah, Blue Sky got it. So we can expect 2 minutes of a walk and then a break? No, you can expect actual walking. Oh my gosh, my cat is also demanding attention. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Of course, I had to choose today to be on my treadmill and try and read all of the dialogue, because this is like all dialogue. It's so heavy. It's such a heavy dialogue game. That's all this game is.
Once upon a time in a world far, far away. In a realm ruled by dragons and magic. Well, actually it was this land specifically. Not that far away. Let me start over. Once upon a time, somewhere in Gaia. Not that far away. There was a tavern. My tavern. A place for anyone looking for an adventure or a quick refreshment. A place open to everybody. Even jackdaws, I suppose. But I'm not just your typical innkeeper. My drinks are infused with magic to aid ambitious adventurers on their quests. To make sure they always return victorious. Big shoes to fill, I know. Then again, what's the worst that could happen?
Me. I'm the worst that could happen. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna be making drinks. Okay. So there's a reason I chose this one. And it's specifically because of, like, one, it's an awesome game, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. But at the same time, it has little Christmas kind of decorations in the background, little seasonal decorations, and I love it. It's so much fun. Okay, let's get reading here. So my patron? I have no idea what that means, Rack. All right. Hi, Innkeep. How's it going? All fine and dandy? Indeed. Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All fine and dandy? Yes, all fine and dandy. I had such an exciting day. Really exciting. Did you go on an adventure? Even better. I took a walk around the grove. And then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster. Or a mushroom mimic. Maybe a gnome. Did it? No. But I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great. I got to see the same stones and the same trees. The same amaranthine hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon. The same moss. I even got to water the asters. They didn't really need it, but I was there, so... Sounds very exciting. Who am I kidding? My life is as exciting as a roasted nut. Nuts are, nuts are healthy. Very thrilling in sauces or as a snack. There are various types of nuts. Walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts. I'm allergic. The face. Oh. I didn't know that. Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate a nut. Just not something fun. Anaphylactic shock and all that. Does that count as an adventure? No, I think that counts as a mistake. So what you're saying is that you're missing some spice. Oh, no. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me much. Though I'm very good at throwing Phoenix chilies. I was talking about the spice in your life. That's what you meant. Well, yes, exactly. That's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no dragons. Just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. So, a classic case of boredom, I see. Do you know that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in your life? Like, life isn't bad, but also not particularly fun? Have you tried visiting a circus? Have you tried adding some zest to your soup? Jojo Potato! Can't stay too long, too much to do, raccoons to terminate. But I wanted to pop in and say have a wonderful next few days. You have a wonderful next few days. Thank you so much for popping by, Jojo. Super appreciated. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful Christmas, a happy holiday, and have an absolutely joyous time. Let me, one quick sec, move this thing so it's not hovering over our stuff there. Okay, much better. Okay. Let's do zest to soup. You have 13 lives as a raccoon. It's a full-time job for JoJo, I guess. Huh? Oh my gosh, Nettie. Sorry, my cat is like going absolutely bananas. What, Nut? Come here. What? I don't know why she's whining so much. She's just being kind of crazy. So we just asked Fable if they want to add some spice to their soup. Drama, buzz, excitement, something fiery. Go to the theater or a gala. Arrive in a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon? Don't they fly up really high? Yes, I think that's the point. I'm afraid of heights and of people and of actors. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing, but what is singing if not the telling of a tale? How can I sing of things if I never lived through anything? It's called imagination. What do you mean? Well, day in, day out, I live the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have my forest and I look after it, but I want to get out of there and see something. Like, for example, listen to this song I started writing. I wish to be a hero, slaying mighty drakes. I wish to meet a pretty nymph, resting by the lakes. A pretty nymph? That's pretty daring. That sounds like a good song opening to me. Let's see. Aw, thank you, Jojo. We love you, Jojo. The bestest Swantato ever. Sending hugs through the internet, my friend. Oh, really? You think so? Well, perhaps it has a nice flow to it. But nothing actually happens in it. Because all I do is sit around and wish for things to happen. I don't even know what nymphs do. I've never met one. Taxes, maybe? No, I don't think so. I would love to sing about the exciting, magical things I encounter. But, to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. Not a lot of songs you can write about that. I wouldn't mind a jingle. I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I'd prefer if you didn't. Okay. Maybe one day I'll get to offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, this is Innkeeper. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? Yes, I'd love a drink. The usual? Yes, please. That means a swift strike. That means a swift strike, in case you forgot. Thank you for the reminder, Fable. It's my favorite. It always makes me feel a featherlight nymph floating on the waves of a sunny lake. Do you want to be with a nymph or be the nymph? Both? But mostly I want a swift strike. Message received. Although, I was wondering, I've been coming to your tavern for so long and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me? I don't need to. Blade, welcome in. Hello, my friend. I hope you are doing absolutely fantastic today. Thanks for coming to hang out for a bit. Doesn't it just, Caro? I friggin' love it. It's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna do the tutorial just to show you guys more of what it looks like and maybe make Fable happy. Really? Yes. What should I do? Do I need to put on an apron or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me. Welcome to my drink mixing nook. So this is what it looks like back here. Hello, Andu. Cutie little Andu. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Where do we start? I freaking love Fable's facial expressions as well, Mints. Well, I usually start by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take my notes in my journal. Let's have a look. Oh, you pinned my order. Mm-hmm. I did. If I want to look for specifics, I check my detailed notes. I do keep a log just in case. When I'm sure I know what was asked of me, I browse my recipes. Can't you just freehand mix something to see what sticks? No. I like to mix and match for a more varied result, but the right balance is crucial, so I stick to my recipes. When I've settled on one, I can use the chalk to draw it on the board. What if you pick the wrong one? I can either erase it with a sponge or just pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in the 5 bottles on the right. There's dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. I think dexterity sounds the tastiest. I had a feeling you might say that. If I mess up or want to redo my drink for any other reason, I can simply feed my mistakes to Andu. Once I'm done, I ring the bell to activate the primordial vortex. Hold please, what? Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magical details. Just try making a drink. You've got this. Do we, though? Do we? Okay, so we're trying to make a swift strike. So 3 dexterity, 1 intelligence, and 1 defense. So they each have different things, so you can kind of see the different little symbols light up over here when you're hovering over one. So the ones that we need are these 3 right here. They're in the same exact locations, like as they're around the circle, just in case you get a little confused. So, and you just bring it over, hover over it for a second. Okay. I love the little, like, magical sounds that it has going with it. Ding, ding, ding! You're at hubby's grandma's base. Can't really hear. Oh my gosh, hi, base! Hello, hello! I hope you're doing so well today. Sorry, am I quiet, or is it just that you're out and about? Wow, it really does teleport. Of course it does. What did you think was happening? I thought you were just very good at sleight of hand. I see. Well, give your creation a taste. Okay, gotcha. Thanks, base. That's delicious. I made that? You made that. Thank you for showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared they'd be the end of you? Maybe, but how would I know if I never try? You have the volume basically off because you're sitting in Nona's living room with your in-laws. Oh, okay, gotcha. By the way, also Merry Christmas, base. Do you actually... Okay, back to this. Do you actually want to try? Well, yes. I want to tell great stories, but what? Never mind. Ooh, who you? Hi, Shadow Boy. How can I help you? A drink. For you? Right. What kind? Drinkable. Very specific. Thank you. How about a spoken heart? Some charisma couldn't hurt. Sure. Whatever. So we got to look at what a spoken heart takes. We need charisma. Charisma. Okay, so it takes 3 charisma, 1 attack and 1 defense. Okay, so this one's the charisma. 1, 2, 3. 1. Gosh, the artwork on this is so friggin' pretty. I love it. Ding, ding, ding. How's the zucchini? Oh, that's right. Guys, you'll see what she means later, okay? We did a small stream of this on the Discord at one point, and Base and Mince were with me through that, so there's something about a zucchini later. You'll get it, I promise. We're not to the zucchini yet, Base. Okay, let's see. This should be digestible. Maybe even tasty. Thanks. Almost washes away the memories of that banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. And her bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost. That was it. Yeah, base, I started it over so everybody was on the same page. No worries, no worries. All right. The brooding type I see. What are you thinking about, Fable? Just dreams. Yours or someone else's? Mine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. My brother says my dreams are a fool's errand, that I'm running away from where I belong. We are rangers, Fable. We belong to the woods, like the stream that ripples down the mountain. Or the birds in the trees. We keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do. And is that what you want to do? Have a good lurk, Blue Sky. Enjoy, enjoy. Yes. No, not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. And I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for that type of same freedom. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It's my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my brother looks after the Grove, as well as my sisters. I think it'd be fine without me. Then you should do what your heart desires. Will it stop aching then? I think so. Yes. What if, it's wrong to leave, though? What if destiny never meant for me to leave? What if it did? That would be a dream come true. Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. Alrighty. Sakura, you have no idea what's going on, but it looks exciting. Ooh, who you? Greetings, traveler. How may I help you? You own this establishment, Innkeep? Last time I checked. With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking? The name's Carolyn. You can call me Care or Lynn. Couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, Care. Lynn, what can I do for you? Perhaps something to drink? You do the thing with the quests, right? So they say. Do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board. Ugh, no. No quests for me. But I may have one for you, or your notice board. Tell me more. Heard of a werewolf making trouble up in Tregairn. Terrorizing farmers, tearing sheep apart. The whole program. A werewolf? That's news to me. Listen, me too. Didn't see one in almost a decade, and that was far south in Erova. Been wondering if it's the same one just moving up, like a nomad. I thought the werewolf hype died along with that one romance novel. Ugh, you mean the one with the vamps? Think so. Nah, that just split society into two camps. Team werewolf or team vampire. Which team are you guys? Which team, Mario? Caro, you've been thinking about getting this, but you get bored with visual novels so fast. It is... I hear that. I do. But I think this is just gorgeous, and it has other mechanics to it than just the visual novel, even though that is the vast majority of it. Base admittedly do not understand the hype. Agreed. Okay, which one are you, Innkeep? Team Werewolf. Is it the fur or the pecs? Sorry. Oh my goodness. Probably the pecs, let's be real. Neither? Questionable experiences with the other camp more so. I'm itching to ask for details. Don't. How about you? What did you like to know? Yes, that's why I asked. Keep guessing. Has anyone ever told you that you could pass as a werewolf? Ooh, offended. Yes, all the time. At least twice a day. Only downside of looking like a werewolf is getting mistaken for one. I see. Is that why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself? Yes. No. I'm just afraid he might look a little too much like my Uncle Dragon. Would feel bad slaying that fella. You know, hunched back, hairy, crooked teeth. Is that a werewolf or is it just Uncle Dragon? You can't tell. Same fate befell on Tolga. I'm sorry to hear that. Nah, that hag had it coming. Oh my gosh! Never fall behind your grooming schedule, or before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow. Do the Van Helsings also hunt werewolves? Meh, I don't know. Don't care enough to check. Either way, the southern werewolf, yeah? Right. Anything else that might help others get done with it rather swiftly? Fetch. Pardon me? Should they get into a dangerous situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch. That works? On any dog. Trust me. Good to know. Good to know. Thanks. Care? Lynn? It's not that hard. Either Care or Lynn. Got it, Lynn. All right, Chief. You got a name or is it just Innkeep? Just Innkeep for now. Playing hard to get, I see. Well, Innkeep. Then before I venture on, you've got a drink for me? Of course. What would you like? I'll take something powerful. Something with a whole lot of strength. And don't you dare give me any of that watered down muck instead. Rude. Okay, let's see what we have that has a lot of strength. I think it's the Southern Brawler. Yep. And then it's got 1 charisma, 1 defense as well. Okay. Ding, ding, ding. Southern Brawler. Oh, you think I make it interesting enough to watch? Aw, thank you. You don't imagine you'd like playing it yourself? Rather just read a book? But it's a book with pictures. I'm just kidding. Kara, you're split. You personally are more of the vampire type, but you would like a cute, fluffy werewolf of your own. They'd be so cute. Base, you're not loyal to either. You seek the best shadow boy across all parties. I love it. Hey, Star. Welcome in, welcome in. How you doing today? All right, back to the game. All right, a drink with 0 water, as requested. Not bad. Just what I was craving. Thanks. Where will you head from here? Hops back west, through the Ashen Grove. Got some business to take care of. What kind of business? Personal business. Care to elaborate? No. But you won't stop asking until I do, will ya? Nope. My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by by undead snails. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. But I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptick in the west, so might as well humor her. And make sure she hasn't turned an undead snail into an undead snail herself. Something like that. Yeah. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead. It's certainly unconventional. That's one way to put it. I think there's not much use digging up the past. It's just going to open wounds you stapled shut. Or eat your face. The past haunts everyone willing to listen. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly up for philosophizing. You started this conversation, and I'm ending it. All right. If you find any more rumors for me or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf. Don't do groups. But sure, for more work, I'll be back. I'll be waiting. Speaking of rumors, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Don't want them to go to waste. All right, I could use some help. I have heard of Cosmic Wheel, Caro, but it gets a little inappropriate for channel. I watched some of it on Make Way for Cats channel, and it was really, really interesting. But unfortunately, it got real inappropriate real quick at one point. Oh, good. I'm glad you made it to your appointment at least, Star. Lynn, fine. I guess I've got a few minutes. Let me see your setup. Yeah, it's a bit scandalous. Okay, so we have to find... this is what I sorted all the rumors I've collected. I also keep them written down in my journal so I don't forget. Smart. I think the best next step would be to sort the matching snippets on your quest page. Just drag them over and make sure they're all for the same quest. Otherwise, you'll end up confusing adventurers. Once you're done, select that quill of yours and it'll be written up. Got it? Got it. Thank you for your help, Lynn. Put it on my tab. That's not how I... Good night to you too. Alright then, let's assemble this quest. Werewolf. And werewolf. Perfect. Boop. A werewolf on detours. A reticent Vukhakan passed by the Wayfarer's Inn, reporting a werewolf making their way up to Tregairn from Erova. They pose a potential threat to both helpless sheep and the villagers. Apparently, werewolves love playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take on this quest and save Tregairn from this werewolf mayhem? Innkeep. Well then. Gotta feed our little baby, keeping things clean. Next day. Okay, Act 1. The Wayfarer's Inn. I guess Chapter 2, Prelude to Bravery. 58th of the Wake. I'm guessing that's like the type of day or something. All right, Fable. Ooh, what do you have there, Fable? I found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorizing Tregairn. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday? Not yet. What kind of hero are you, looking for? One who knows their way around difficult terrain, woods even. preferably one who is good with a bow. One who tells me they want the quest. Ah, I am good with a bow. Yes, Fable. And I know my way around woods. I know, Fable. And maybe I want the quest? Just maybe? No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow my heart. And then I step into your tavern and the quest practically jumps out at me. And I think, hey, there's a start for an adventure. It's near a forest. You know forests. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they're also human. But you've talked to humans before. And you've got silver arrows for your birthday last year, and they're just collecting dust in your room. And I thought I could ask you if anyone had taken it yet. And then I didn't think that far ahead yet. I see. Or rather, I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest? Then I have to go on the quest. And I have to fight the werewolf. Or talk to the werewolf, which is worse. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if I try to shoot it with my silver arrow? I miss, and I shoot the tree instead, and then the tree would be mad at me. But it wouldn't really matter because I'd be dead. Because of the werewolf. That took a quick turn. So maybe I should put the quest back. Fable? Yes? Do you want me to tell you to take the quest? Maybe. I can't make this decision for you. Neither can I. Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes the decision for me. Like a slime. A frozen slime. A frozen slime that can't move. Don't give things away. I've met slimes less anxious than you. You've met slimes? My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. What do slimes drink? Water. More slime. Bones. You sell bones? Only to slimes. Ah, maybe you'll add my bones to your menu soon. Maybe you'll just have to pick them up from the forest floor. I think I'd have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up free bones. Fable's face. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general, I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. About taking the quest. It seems to me that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well, I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses, but it would make a good start for a song, right? The prelude of an epic fable, the protector of the woods, the world, the worms. The worms? They seem like they need protecting. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, and I start to think more deeply about what might happen, all my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy. Is there something making you feel like you might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf? We don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might. Well, heroes have history, right? great feats that they can look back on to prove their bravery. Inspirational adventurers that remind them of their light in the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Mary Morgan incident. Or my first encounter with the Amaranthine Hydra. Or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. Okay, that's a lot to unpack there. The Mary Morgan incident? Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. Didn't you hear about that? Oh, thank Gaia, word didn't get around. It was my very first adventure. The chance to finally escape from the daily grind. What happened? An adventuring party was on their way, passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvan spirits, it gets fairly foggy at night. And the fog bears great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with the spirits who call it home. So, they wanted guidance from a local ranger. A merchant up in Trecairn recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure. Yay! I was so excited, but also very, very nervous. So, of course, it had to all go wrong. I think it was the nerves. Why were you so nervous? New people, seasoned adventurers, one stronger than the next, all in shining armor and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way. How did it go wrong? I felt their condescending glares on my back as I walked them through the woods. Of course, I don't know whether they actually glared, but my fear got a hold of me and I led them astray. I must have blacked out. I've never got lost in the woods before, but this time I did. I couldn't see well, there was blood rushing in my ears, and I felt dizzy. So for some stupid reason, I led them along a path no one should ever take. Past the riverbanks of the Shivermere, home to the Mary Morgan. You know of the Mary Morgan, yes? The wrathful spirit that's known to drown men? Not sure if she really differentiates between genders, though. For some stupid reason, I led them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when the dawn broke. And the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey. And I silently bid my farewells when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still the laughingstock of every one of their gatherings. How am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have led them right into the arms of the wyvern chimera that resides in Quagman Grove. They say it has a taste for adventurers. But you didn't. But I didn't. What about your first encounter with the Hydra? Well, just a day after it arrived to guard the portal to the dream plane of Avalon, I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I brought it some homemade biscuits. I burned them a little in the oven, but I thought since it has fire breath, it wouldn't mind. So I approached the Amaranthine Hydra. And I have this whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to having it around, and how its green scales match my hat. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot all about what I wanted to say. So I just set down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. It looked at my biscuits, and then at me, and it said, "By the rivers of the stars stands a man who reads the firmaments past. Some things are as sturdy as the gilded ice. Some things as changing as Leviathan's sea. All chimeras hate mice. All hydras love tea." I thought to myself, wow, the Amaranthine Hydra has given me a riddle. A quest. Maybe this should be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left. And I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to step foot in front of it again, lest it know that I was not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore, and I ran back, apologized, and begged it for the answer. Turns out that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea. Did you get it some? Yes. Then you completed its quest. 3 days late. If it had needed an antidote, it would have died. Would-haves are about as useful as an antidote when you haven't been poisoned. They change nothing. I suppose you have a point. Why does no one want to spend time with you? Because I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky, and wherever I go, things are supposed to, good things are supposed to happen. I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be, nothing seems easy enough for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out in the whole kingdom. Everyone would pass it by except for me. I'd get caught on it and rip my coat. Did that happen once? Once? I wish it had just been once. It seems like my life only follows the path that's most embarrassing. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. You're too harsh on yourself, Fable. Am I? See, just last week, I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming, and they make for a nice bouquet, you know. I have noticed your beautiful hat ornament. Or hair accessories. They always calm my anxiety when I have them around. But me being me, I confused them with their evil twin, the weeping amaryllis. Now guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping? Like a baby. All day long. When I plucked them, they released their spores and I started crying. I suddenly felt all the sadness of the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken. I'm very sorry. That sounds horrible, Fable. It was! Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make a tincture out of hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes. There's nothing wrong with picking flowers. There is if they're the wrong flowers. Imagine if I had offered them to adventurers. Even worse, the Hydra. That would have been so embarrassing. I don't think gifting others flowers to them makes oopsies. I don't think gifting others flowers to make them a little happier is embarrassing. And it would have made for a good story to laugh about together. I don't think they would have laughed about it with me. Or at me. Maybe they would laugh with you if you choose not to run away. You seem to assign a cruel sense of humor to people when they haven't actually shown you such a thing yet. Not everyone thinks about you the way you think about yourself. That would be nice. Innkeeper? Yes? Do you like spending time with me? Yes, Fable, I do. Really? Of course. Seeing your face in my tavern brightens even the cloudiest of days. Please never stop coming around. I won't. You make me feel a lot less alone. Thank you. That's because you're not alone. Not as long as my tavern and I are here. You better not go anywhere. Not planning on it. Anyhow, you seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here. But how can I not be when everything I touch falls apart? You know that isn't true. You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me, but I just seem to get smaller. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. And it's the zucchinis! So if anybody was wondering about what the zucchinis was about, this is it. She failed a gathering quest and said, yeah, I should now face a werewolf. Exactly. We gotta pivot. We gotta pivot, base. It's making you want to go play Skyrim. You know, hop off the wagon and take on a dragon. Nice. Oh my goodness. So, in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of. You'll have to find out then. Like, on a quest? For example. Don't you think I'm a little underleveled? I do, actually, yes. I'm pretty sure we all think he's a little underleveled. Actually, I don't know their pronouns. Do you think that will change by sitting around? I guess not. Someone has to help those people, right? What if I don't, and then no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they got? But what if I'm not? What if there's someone better? The best thing you can do is try to help them. Unky, can she tell me how the flower pot grew an octopus arm? We're magical, Unky. Come on. This is like a D&D pub where I sell tinctures and drinks that buff people before their quests. I love it. This is a level 15 quest. You just failed a level 1 quest. Yes, I think that. Yes, base. Also, hello, Unky. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful Monday so far. If she can, I want one too. Me too, Caro. So what if another adventurer swings by and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2. And who knows? You might even end up forming a party. Oh, and besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever. I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up before I even try. After all, I'm a very fast runner, so if I screw up, I can just run away really quick. That's the spirit. Okay, I, Fable, a great gardener and, future hero, charmer of nymphs, am going to embark on this quest and save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Did I do it right? Yes, you did. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid you on your journey? Yes! Do you have something that can make me more nimble and quiet so that the werewolf won't see me coming? Something with a lot of dexterity. If I want to fight it, I'm going to need that surprise, round advantage. Or maybe something that can help me with diplomacy? Perhaps it's just a hungry lichen lost and lost after all, and it only needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we could be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I will leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please keep it to one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice can influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of this quest. But of course, I'm sure you're already aware of that. Sorry for backseat mixing. If this is D&D, then I, the player, try to steal the flower pots with my stealth DC. Roll a 6. Also, what's your dexterity modifier? Yep, and a herbology skill check. We don't know if that tentacle is going to try to attack you or not. Ooh, roll for stealth. Everyone's telling you to roll things. I love it. Okay, so we're going to do something different. We're going to do the spoken heart. So these are 2 options. So 3 dexterity or 3 charisma. So we're going to do the spoken heart because I want you to be more charismatic, Fable. You rolled a 1. I guess half-orc warriors aren't that stealthy. But they give great hugs. Right? Maybe you should go on the adventure with Fable. If the werewolf just needs a hug. The tentacle slaps you in the face and tells you to be on your way. And motions you on your way. And the innkeeper also glares at you and tells you to sit down. Okay, so 1 attack and 1 defense. You also alerted the guard 3 business is over. Poor Unky. This is hilarious. Ding, ding, ding. We are very in tune today. Yes. This should do it. Thank you. I feel much better. Braver, but farming. No, wait. That sounds like I'm tending to a farm. There are a lot of farmers in Tregairn. And I'm going to protect them all. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that too. I just hope I don't have to fight anyone. No, I'll be okay. Because of your help, I'll be able to talk myself out of any situation. Thank you again. I think this drink gave me the courage I needed to get started. You got this, Fable. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself. Okay, I got this. Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday, and how I think, or how I'd like to thank you properly if I ever did end up taking quests, so I brought you some phoenix chilies from my garden. They seemed like something you might enjoy. They possess natural magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant. And consumption can pass that on to mortals like us? Exactly. I thought they might go well with your drinks. They will. Thank you, Fable. That's a very thoughtful gift. Since I'm waiting for another shipment of infusions in a few days, I think I'll take a look at them all together later. Of course. I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with some next time. But first, I have to complete my quest. I'll see you post-victory. Fable is so stinking cute. I hope Fable will be all right. I wonder what path their fate took. Maybe a zesty one. I hope I was able to help. Okay, I'm actually going to take just like a moment to pause and move this treadmill out of the way because it's actually making my feet cramp up a little bit. So I'm going to sit back down here in just a minute. Give me just like a couple minutes, guys. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. By the way, we know Coatsy does well with animals and not so well with plants. With the flower post fair in her care. 50% it thrives or dies violently. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the faith. Okay, gonna pardon my pop here real quick. I have 2 of them. We got some kombucha, and we got some coconut sparkling water. Also, hi, Blue Sky. How was dinner? What did you have today? Duo Pops. That's right. Okay. It's Mr. Charisma here. Back again. Oh, you again. Me again. And who are you? Someone who wants a drink. What kind? Yes, I get it. Could you try being more specific? That Spoken Heart one tasted fine. Thank you. Unky is plotting a flower napping. And failing pretty spectacularly. Blue Sky still got to lurk a bit more, though. Just wondering what happened. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. So, another Spoken Heart. Know this one by heart by now. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, he took damage, nearly killed the flower puss, and got arrested. You mean nearly got killed by the flower puss? Spoken Heart just for you. Maybe it will help you find more words. Good attempt. Perfectly drinkable. Might make me come back for more. Might not. Thank you. Enjoy. Charming. Ooh, I'm excited about this next duo. Okay, this is to the part where I have played before. Like, I haven't done this before yet, so I'm really excited to move forward. You know, he said he was too emo, but you might be swayed. Love it. Yeah, someone is definitely swamped by slimes. Indeed, indeed. Uh-oh, I see a mosquito. No, I lost it. Dang it. Okay, here we go. Careful, you'll step on my cape. Oh, shush. Greetings, travelers. How may I help you? Ugh, not another one of those empty babblers. Would you prefer a different line? I can confidently say I'm all but empty. Let's see. Hail and well met, travelers. Would you like to try me drinks? No, that feels wrong somehow. Could try the one where you just serve drinks quietly. I'm fresh out of that one, sorry. Thought so. You're planning on trying to peer into me backstory? Probably. Ugh. I'm warning you. I'm not very good at ignoring non-essential NPCs. Why are you ignoring me? Not ye. The innkeep. The innkeeper is ignoring me? Not in the slightest. Don't worry too much about him. He's a tad quirky. I see. That thing on your shoulder, is it quirky too? What thing? Ah, my cape. Your cape? That's not his cape. That green fellow on his shoulder is an ooze, or what's left of it. And the rest of it is on you? Aye. Pretty tough to clean off. May I ask how that happened? You just did. Maybe I can offer you two a drink in exchange for the story in your names.
Yes, I love stories.
Well then, may I have your name?
No, but I shall tell it to you. I'm Sir Alphonse Louis Frédéric Duquette de Song.
It's long for Kyle.
Kyle?
Kyle. Well, Kyle, what kind of drink can I offer you?
Blood. Or if you're out, I would also settle for something that tastes like blood. Or looks like it. Red is my favorite color.
I'll look for something with red in it. How may I help you? Proceeds to swipe slime cube from the counter. Yes. French vampire boy, right? Okay, so something red. So the spoken heart is red. The southern brawler is red. I'm gonna do the spoken heart. Yep. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, and this is where we are right now, I guess. The Republic of Fisoa is Fisoa's primary nation. It is geographically and culturally divided by a large mountain range of Dolvamer, stretching over a significant portion of the continent. The Republic's western side is so expansive, it is divided into a northern and southern half. The Northern Republic is full of lush forests and mangroves. Coastal cities are important trading hubs for the islands in the west, like Diria or the Highlands. Even further north are the Fearsome Mountains, a giant and fairly dangerous mountain range to explore, partly due to the semi-regular volcanic activity. Okay, sorry, I was just trying to see what the lights were about. Ooh, okay, so this is where we like keep our notes and see if we have like three of a kind type of a thing, I guess. Anyways, okay. And then this is where we see the different people. Okay. Oh, Carolyn is a lady. Okay, Fable is they, them. And Alphonse Louis Frédéric Duquette de Song is he, him. Okay. Got it. Okay, and I've touched all of them now, so it'll stop shining, hopefully. Recipes. So, I said I was going to do the spoken heart, right? Let's do it. Let's do it. Ding, ding, ding. Andu, you're so cute. Couldn't do without you, buddy. How's this for a replacement?
A replacement for what? My cape? It's not very cape-shaped. Doesn't taste like a cape either.
I don't know if I can do French.
I shall order a cloak one next time.
And to whom may I offer the second drink?
Ray Fostgrip.
Nice to meet.
Yeah. Skip. Just serve me something strong. Something that feels durable, tough, like the mountains or caves of one of those frosted lagoons looks close enough.
Coming right up. I know I'm butchering accents terribly. Please just ignore me. Okay, so Frosted Lagoon has the highest defense, little bit of offense, and charisma. Charisma. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, have a wonderful time, Blaze Clev. Thanks so much for coming to hang out. Thanks for also telling us all about zucchinis, too. A taste of her, just for you. Valued customer number 2. Oh, are you hitting the placeholder text? Let me try. I see you're many things, but not a liar. Tastes like a pile of rocks. Just how I like it. So, Ray, Kyle, what about that ooze-filled story? Fine. Guess you've earned it. All right. Picture me deep in the mountains of Dolvamer, with my trusty axe and a good drink by my side. There I was, minding me own business, digging for the good stuff, you know. Hit a gold vein earlier, and deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all time. Had a real big old pile of gold. Then suddenly, this big ooze comes out along and slurp. Gun it was. This is a very boring story. Perhaps we could go looking for my cape now? It's nearly sunrise. And? The sun kills ye? Oh, right. Did the ooze also eat the cape? Yes. No. Ooh. Anyways, I wouldn't call myself the best warrior, but when that ooze slurped me gold, I had to do something. So I took my shovel and dug and hit until there was nothing left but the left of the ooze no more. Well, almost nothing. So, did you dig out your gold? Silly food. She dug out me. And guess what he was clinging on to? The gold? Yes, a big old gold nugget. Should be enough to get me to Baruvia. And perhaps it can even get me a dandy new cape. I don't think so, sunshine. We had a deal. Ah, we did. Please allow me to ask a question. What was that deal again? I get you to Baruvia so you can participate in your fancy vampire banquet, and in return, I get the gold. But what about my cape? Where did you last see your cape? Don't even bother. It's a lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here. Fought cursed chests, many-eyed monstrosities, undead goons. And I started to wonder, where in his life did this man put his cape? Where everyone puts their cape. Do you know where my cape? Do you know where I put my capes? Where? In a wardrobe. Oh. So you can wear it inside the wardrobe land? What? No. Kyle, maybe we could find someone to retrieve your cape for you? We could? Phenomenal. I could put out a quest for you, but for that we need a little bit more information. Good luck with that. First, I'd need to know where you last saw your cape. I was getting to go, ready to go to the annual vampire banquet hosted by Lord Stratton Baruvia. While getting dressed, I realized I couldn't find my cape. My first thought was I could not find it. The cape of invisibility is playing tricks on me. It's quite moody sometimes. Which is truly unfortunate when you want to wear it for an important event. We all know how important a fancy cape is for flaunting your vampire status. Of course. Then what was the last vampire event you wore the cape to? My wedding. Your wedding? When I married my sweet Evelyn, I simply had to wear my most treasured cape.
to show how important she was to me. Evelyn. The vampiric Countess Evelyn, residing in Marrow Castle? That would be her. Congratulations. Are you still married? Ugh, of course not. I hate her. Every inch of her body. Turns out she just wanted... Spit it out, you leech. What? My cape? Ugh, rats. Rats. Here we go again. My sweet Evelyn stole my cape. What now? That little mean, vicious, beautiful beast. That thief of thieves robbed me of my most precious possession. Wouldn't that be your heart? No. I had that taken out centuries ago. But my cape? I could never live without that. Oh, sweet, sweet Evelyn. How could you do this to me? I trusted her with all I had. That's rough, buddy. Perhaps Innkeeper. That's your name, right? Sure. Do you think there's a courageous adventurer out there brave enough to retrieve my precious cape for me? I'm afraid that my sweetest Evelyn will kill me on sight if I ever set foot in her villa again. Yes, I think we can find such an adventurer. We're setting up that search right now. So, where could a brave adventurer find Marrow Castle? Deep past the abyss of dread, at the foot of a mountain range that looks like a witch's bosom, towers the mansion of my dear Evelyn. Queen of darkness, temptress of men, flamenco champion of 1467. The right hero should be able to outsmart her and escape with their life. But be wary, she bites. And she may be invisible now. Alright, I think I've got everything I need. I'll write up a quest for you. I'm sure you'll have your cape back in no time. I hope so. That reminds me. Not another cursed monologue. Innkeep, quickly. Another drink. I don't think I can make it through another tale of woe without so much artificial stamina. I need another lagoon. I'll see what I can do. Okay. Okay, so we need that again. So it's just 3, 1, 1. Okay. I know, or he just misplaced the cape that turns invisible, right? Ding, ding, ding. Some liquid stamina for a valued guest. Oof. Let me try. You got it right again. I might even taste till day full with this. I may even last till... I don't even know what it was. Kyle, would you like another drink as well? No. I cannot drink now that I am consumed with thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so. Everything ails you. The whole way here you were complaining about having to walk. My bat form doesn't like work like it used to. I'm out of practice, and the slime weighs heavily on my shoulders. And my back is all itchy. By the dragons, could it be because you insisted? Sunbathing? Oh, right. Innkeeper? Do you have a drink to protect me from the sun? Perchance something that would also moisturize my delicate skin? I'm afraid not. Oh. That reminds me. My Aunt Matilda used to harness the power of a chimera's saliva for sun protection. chimera? A thing, beast made out of several animals. Got 3 heads and all made by the dragon to guard Gaia. Likes to eat people for breakfast. I'm aware, I just didn't know its saliva could be so useful. If only I hadn't eaten that delectable bear chimera in the Scarlet Caves. Could have asked it for a sample of its saliva. I'm sure that would have gone over well. Actually, I might know where to find one. Really? Will you get it for me then? No. Oh. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Miss Frostgrip, dearest Ray. Perhaps we can alter our deal?
Oh, no. Forget it. I ain't going. With nothing on me but a shovel and ooze goop, I'd be no match for such a beast.
No problem. I can make it another quest for my trusted board. And when will it be done? Tell me, when can I walk among mortals in the glistening sunlight once more?
As soon as a fearless adventurer picks it up and succeeds. Especially that part.
Splendid! Did you hear that? A quest just for me.
Let's leave it at 2. Saying keep. While we wait for someone to do this work for them, do you perhaps have a room or 2? Possibly a room without sunlight. Wouldn't want Snow White to go up in flames over here.
I'm terribly butchering these accents. I can't do it. Ugh, slathering yourself with bee saliva for sunblock. I would stay in the dark. Me too, Caro. Me too. Hard pass on the saliva. Sure thing. I've got a couple of barred up rooms. You can stay there.
How much?
You can pay when you leave.
Grand. Seems like they gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up. Maybe you'll become a real girl one day.
Thank you. Enjoy your stay. You too tasty creature. Freaking Kyle. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have lots going on. We need to do 2 different quests here. Okay. Okay, let's see. That's about the Hydra. Quirky vampire is looking for his cape. He seems to be a bit confused. Vampire last saw his cape at his wedding. Countess Evelyn. At the foot of the Witch's Wrath Peak resides Countess Evelyn, the vampiric temptress. I'm just trying to make sure there's no others. Okay, I think that one's that one. Hey there, Evelyn. On a mild summer morning, a senile vampire came to us looking for his cape of invisibility at the Wayfarer's Inn. After steady questioning, the innkeeper uncovered that he lost his cape at his wedding, where his ex-wife, Countess Evelyn, stole it from him. She resides at the foot of the Witch's Wrath Peak. Venture to the peak and dare to retrieve the long-lost cape, but beware, she might be invisible. And she bites. Okay. According to the Amaranthine Hydra, Chimera's hatred for mice is universal truth, or maybe it just rhymed with ice. Who can say? One thing that stands a chance of grueling curse of the sun is Chimera saliva apparently. A source, Aunt Matilda, a vampire. Okay, Wyvern Chimera resides in Quag Mangrove. Adventurers beware, you might be on its menu. Until sunrise. Deep in the Quag Mangrove resides a Wyvern Chimera. Its scales and claws are a valuable treasure to any alchemist. Its saliva even more so. As it happens, a certain vampire may be able to use the rare saliva to produce a sunscreen so effective that even he could walk in broad daylight.
Is there any adventurer or mouse brave enough to confront the beast, the chimera, not the vampire, and bring back a bucket of saliva? A whole bucket? I'm sorry, what? Since they don't have set voices, it is up to my discretion to decide or come up with their accents. It's just like I want to try the Scottish, but I'm just so terrible at it unless I'm doing it consistently. Like, trying to switch back and forth is my problem. My brain starts getting confused. If I'm surrounded by it, then I naturally start to mimic. But beyond that, when I'm trying to do it cold, it's a little bit difficult. Yeah, that's my question too, Caro. How do they pay? Act 1, The Wayfarer's Inn. Chapter 3, New Friends and Former Enemies. 59th of the Wake. Who's first up? My shipment of infusions finally arrived this morning. I now have access to some Fey crystals and frozen pine cones. Together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of use soon. Ooh, I'm excited to see how we use infusions in this and what that looks like. Oh. So, innkeep, a drink for me and this lanky pal. It's good to see you too, Lynn. She meant to say please. Welcome back, Fable. You look alive. Thank you. I am. That seems like a given. I'm just happy to see them doing well. And with a friend. We ain't friends. We're not? So you two didn't form a party? No. Oh. Then what's the drink about? They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve my family feud of 10 years. So I do owe them some of your dishwater at the very least. Family feud? I wouldn't call it a feud. More of a miscommunication. No, it was a feud. I feel like feud implies a certain level of hostility. I was gonna kill him. I thought that was a joke. It wasn't. Oh. But no one died? No, Elfie here was able to prevent that. It's Fable. Whatever. Does this perchance have something to do with your quest? It does! I stopped her from killing the werewolf. Elaborate, please? I was going to kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? A lot. I think she is confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did. Kind of. I also remember you saying you didn't want the quest, Lynn. I didn't. Was there by chance? They were both stealing sheep. Was not. Sure was. Adventuring don't pay what it used to. So you steal other people's sheep? Mind your own business. Bye, Blue Sky. Have a wonderful holiday, my friend. I hope you have a cozy rest of your day, and we will hopefully see you Friday. I hope you have a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas, friend. How did any of this lead to a successful quest? Well, where do I start? How about at the beginning? Right. I was born on a half-crescent dreaming moon of the quest fable. Right! The quest. Traveling there was no trouble. I know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove swiftly. I reached the borders of Tregairn right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins out around there, and you can catch a glimpse of the wild fields and vineyards, as well as see one farm after the other. An idyllic sight. Well, at least before sunset. Do you have trouble in the dark? Emotionally? Visually? A little. I mean, I reckon I can still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I am no owl. Thank gods. You really are weird enough. Imagine the damage you could do if you could turn your head all the way around. Who says I can't? Just kidding! Anyway, luckily darkness doesn't affect my hearing. Not the normal kind. What? Nothing. Okay, I heard a creaking fence and footsteps that were failing at keeping quiet. Your ears are failing at being small. So I snuck closer and I saw a werewolf-esque shape picking up a tiny sheep. I was petting it. Well, I thought she was going to eat it, so I summoned up all my courage and I stepped out of the shadows and I said, "Good evening, werewolf. Please put down the sheep." I didn't expect them to be entirely in their right mind, of course, but I wanted to be polite. And I thought it might confuse her, and maybe that would help calm her down. It confused me all right. Who the heck sees a werewolf and the first thing they do is greet them? A polite person? Or an insane one? It worked, didn't it? Because I ain't no werewolf. He wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with, "What?" So the confusion plan had worked, but I hadn't really expected that response. So I said again, "Please put down that sheep." And she asked, "Why?" And I said, "Well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice." And she asked who I was. No, I asked, "Who are you? A guard?" I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling howl. It sounded like someone had ripped a hole into the fabric of reality and then pierced it with a horrid yell. Please, it was barely a bark. And it made the blood freeze in my veins. I heard panting and heavy footsteps, and I barely dared to turn around. You turned around immediately. And when I did, I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf, yellow gleaming eyes. Gleaming with jaundice. Sharp teeth, giant claws. He looked like he wanted to rip me right up. He did. But before I could beg for mercy, suddenly something rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Carolyn and the werewolf were on the ground, fighting tooth and nail. And the sheep you were holding? Obviously, I set it down at that point. Good. So you went to Fable's aid? No, that ain't it. I noticed the werewolf's flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, and had an uneven print. Just like the kind of stuff Uncle Dragon likes to wear. That old beep. Hey, why can't I say that? Beep. What the? Beep. Youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh. Beep. Hey, Cece. How are you today? Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Anyway, it was dressed like Uncle Dragon, smelled like Uncle Dragon, fought like him too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. Haven't seen that old man in years. Was coping about it by joking. That's the only way I can talk about him these days. Because of the feud? Yes. He used to be my favorite uncle, but then he changed. Became irritable and angry, distant. Fought a lot with Uncle Fedor. cared more about the moon than he did his own family. Actually, he just left. Ran away, without a word. Left us and Uncle Fedor behind, worried senseless. Until we found a letter saying not to look for him and all their savings missing. Swore I was going to kill him if I ever saw him again. Always thought he just couldn't face up to his problems. Turns out his solution was just to get those problems as far away from everyone else as possible. Idiot.
Did you talk it out with your fists?
I tried, but Elfie stopped me. I'm glad they did.
How did you figure that out? Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so I shot an arrow right next to both of their heads. My aim was a little shaky, so I did end up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear. But it got them to stop for long enough to start listening to me. I threatened them that if they didn't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. I would have never done that, of course. But they must have believed me, because they actually stopped to listen.
Looked mighty scary there, little pal.
Thank you. I sat them down and did my best to be an insurmountable obstacle between them. If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me.
That sounds rather dangerous. 'Twas. Wouldn't have stopped for them.
What?
You're the size of a stick. You think you could stop two angry wolves?
Oh, well, anyway. I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found out about Mr. Dragon and Carolyn and the miscommunication.
Feud.
The feud, sure. Turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. But he couldn't stop the changes and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. That's no excuse, of course.
No, it ain't. If we had known, we'd have helped him best we could. And at the very least, we would have built a sturdy shed with the scratch-proof walls for full moons.
He didn't think that would have happened, though. So he decided to fix the problem by leaving, deal with it alone, and so on. But that only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any humans thing. Or the Vukakin things, or so to speak. Trying to find a cure. Trying to avoid the words. Trying to avoid the moon. Trying to find a place to sleep. Stealing sheep. That's something they all have in common.
The sheep?
Or the sheep? No, the stubbornness. And the unwillingness to ask for help. But the sheep too. But they had to talk about it. That silent resentment wasn't good for either of them.
And you got them to do that? The little stick is oddly persuasive. Had us talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to.
Maybe because you did want to?
Maybe.
How did it go?
Fine. We'll take some time to accept his apology. We'll have to see him change first, and apologize to Uncle Fedor and the rest. But it was good to see him again. Guess a hug did feel better than a great sword in his gut.
Wonderful. Of course, there's still the problem with the whole werewolf thing.
Idiot got so obsessed with a cure that he still can barely control himself.
We helped him realize that even a cure couldn't change what he'd done. That he has to accept he's different now and learn how to live again. Of course, it won't be easy. No change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement. A small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. We play charades with them a lot, and they taught me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secrets of the moon signals.
That sounds like a bunch of...
It's real. You're a crescent moose.
I'm sorry, what did she just call her? Or what did they just call her?
We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy. Lycanthropy.
That sounds great. It is. It's a happy ending. I wouldn't call it an ending, rather the beginning of something new. So the end of one adventure is just the beginning of another? Exactly. I like that. So after your heroic therapy session, you two decided to go grab a drink together? Got offered to spend the day at the settlement. But they don't serve anything strong enough for my tastes. Plus Elfie was dying to get back here. Was talking about how they needed to update you on everything non-stop. Would think they live here or something. I had to report back about the quest. I'm glad you did. They also started crafting something with the werewolves. Ah! Said something about it being for you in keep. Oh, really? Yeah. It's not finished yet, but I'll let you know. I promise. That wasn't that hard, was it? Well. So, a drink? What can I offer you, Lynn? Surprise me with something that fits my brawn. By which I mean make me, the usual. Strength never gets old. I have to remember what that one is. The Southern Brawler. Okay, 1 charisma, 1 defense. Into the vortex. Ooh, pasta. Enjoy, Sakura. Surprise. Not bad. You should do this professionally. I'll think about it. Fable, what about you? Do you have something that'll calm me down? Maybe even bring some of my agility back? Like a swift strike, back to my senses. I have had a stressful day. Night, morning, sequence of events. Okay. Boop. 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 Okay. Yay! Swift strike. Ding, ding, ding. Gosh, the swift strike is just so pretty with the little leaves like blowing all around. That's so cool. Here you go. Thank you. Wow, this is perfect. You look tired. Have you considered sleep? They do look like they're going to pass out any second. So do you. Maybe sleep is a good idea. Carolyn, do you have a place to sleep? I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent. It's depressing. I have a room available. You can stay there. Sounds good. How much? I'll count it as payment for your help with the quest. Fine. Later, Elfie. See you late. Tur. Are you heading home, Fable? Yes. I've been gone for a whole day. I need to get back and make sure everything is still growing correctly. Maybe take a nap. Maybe take a nap first. Yes, that too. Did you enjoy your first quest? I did! It was scary and different from what I expected. And I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming. Have you considered that you weren't pretending? Yes, very good job. Maybe you should order that drink more often. You did well, Fable. Thank you. I hope that wasn't my only adventure. I think this is just the beginning. That would be nice. Do you think I'm going to save the world one day? That's a very tall order. You're right. I'm not cut out for that. I didn't say that. I would just prefer it if the world didn't end. Right. But if it does, you're the first person I'd ask for help. Maybe you should ask Carolyn first, but I'd be happy to be second. We'll see. Let's hope we won't. I like this world, and you have a point. We shouldn't hope for such a calamity. Even if it would make for a good song.
Or a sad one.
Or both. I'm going to head home now.
Do that. I'll stock up on quests for you.
I can't wait. See you soon.
See you soon.
Okay, who's next?
Ooh, are we going to learn about infusions now? I'm excited. Ooh, it's Shadow Boy. Chatty as usual. Good evening to you too. Ooh, grabbing a quest. Which one?
This quest. It wasn't here yesterday.
That is correct.
It seems dangerous.
It is.
And mysterious.
Sure.
Like me.
You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name.
Zephyr.
Did the wind carry you in?
No. My legs.
Ooh, you mad?
I want that quest.
Well, you can have it.
Not just literally. Physically. Emotionally.
Emotionally?
I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle to get the cape. I mean, yes.
Well, no one has gone to the castle yet, so if someone would like to go, they would be welcome to.
So you know of the castle?
Yes,
It seems strange.
it is. A vampire lives there.
I heard rumors, whisperings of a strange, fiendish woman residing there.
What a coincidence. Me too.
Has she ever frequented your tavern?
No, not recently.
But she has.
Once had a vampire mixer.
Interesting. So she was only here at night?
Yes.
Would you say she was unnaturally pale?
No, she had a lot of makeup on.
But below that mask?
Sure, yes. Would guess she looks pretty dead below that.
What kind of drink did she order?
Blood.
Interest. You sell blood?
Of course.
Whose blood?
Did you hear about the wolves avoiding the castle?
Really? All of them?
Yes. She has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but all animals seem to steer clear of Marrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. And anything that tries to merges into her land in one way or another. As a grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt-feeding rotting flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody.
Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb for something still alive. Or for
a goth.
Goth or vampire, she seems to be a thief.
It appears so.
Do you not
sympathize with that?
Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret.
Oh, he's happy to talk about it.
Or you're not worth the coins you pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude.
I suppose. Only thing worse than that is stealing a man's hat.
Not if it's cursed.
Especially then.
Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences.
The consequences being you?
Exactly.
It definitely sounds like you know what you're doing.
Of course I do. I am one with the shadows and the wind. Gone before they even notice I'm there.
So you could easily swipe something else along with that cape, right?
Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures. Whatever pays the bills.
What about some interior decorations?
Like what, for example?
Just something to pretty up my tavern a bit. I'm trying to take a sip of my root beer kombucha and I just like choked after that one line. We just want decorations. We're asking him to sneak thief some decorations for us. I love it. Oh my goodness. Maybe something useful that doubles as a decoration.
Like a chair?
Stealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for your first quest with me. I'd prefer something smaller, like a little trinket. My walls are still a bit empty.
Wait, you're being serious?
Absolutely. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to my tavern.
I'll see what I can do. You won't be disappointed.
Well then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cape back to me, along with a neat little addition to my interior design.
Sounds like I'll need a few stamps.
Would you like some?
No, too traceable.
How about a drink then?
I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allow you to dip into parts of yourself that you weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself up from your shadow. Say, what do you trade them for?
Secrets. How about a joke? Oh my gosh, should we ask for a joke from him? I'm so curious what an actual joke from him would look like. But I'm probably going to be boring and go with secrets. Let's go with secrets.
Secrets. I have many.
Grant me one.
I shall. I know this may come as a shock to you, but I was here before, just yesterday. You may not remember because you barely noticed me in the shadows. I was so stealthy, I spent hours just watching you from afar.
That is definitely a secret.
You cleaned a lot of glasses, served everyone with a smile. You looked so worried after the adorable green one left. Like you thought they might trip straight into a monster's maw. And yet you're swift with your hands and fast with a knife.
All right. Enough secrets. You may have one of my renowned drinks. And some of my renowned infusions. In fact, I just got a fresh shipment today. Was finally able to unpack them.
Infusions? Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer?
Oh my gosh. Stop. What vile magic do we have to offer? For your purposes, I think you could benefit from either some fey crystals or a frozen pine cone. The frozen pine cones have absorbed many of nature's icy properties. They can help you form a magical forest barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. The fey crystals hail straight from Avalon, allegedly. If consumed, they'll turn you invisible, eventually, and for a bit. The duration is a bit unpredictable. I've also got some phoenix chilies, but I don't think those would be very useful for your situation. Adorable? Interesting. I know, right? Yes, exactly. What? Bruh. Okay, he got a bit cringy there. Yes, he did. I was sitting there watching you for hours. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Also, welcome back, Base.
Interesting.
So, what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore?
I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of the undead nature. So I must be strong and vigorous if I want to my stake in her heart before her fangs are near my neck. Though that does sound appealing.
Strength I can do. And some frost armor should help with the fangs.
Or perhaps The smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely, to out-stealth her and steal the cape right from under her pale nose, so that she may lie in the shame of having lost against me. I think that such an approach would require a certain amount of dexterity, and some invisibility could help with staying unseen should my speed and agility not be enough. Help me with the decision, Innkeep. Your wisdom is no secret, is it?
I'm totally gonna go with the invisible. Now that I have access to infusions, I have to be careful about how they interact with the other ingredients. They might alter the drink in a way where I have to use different ingredients than usual. Ooh, okay. I should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape so that I mix the correct recipe. Okay, maybe I should even try adding an infusion first and adjusting the drink from there. That was actually what I was going to do. Let's give it a try. What just happened? Did it actually do anything? Wait. I'm confused. Is it not supposed to go like... Why is it not lining up very well? There we go. Okay, now it's in there. Okay. That was weird. That was very, very strange. Okay. So... I definitely want... that. And then it's already down there one, so maybe... do that. Perfect. Swift strike. Ooh, I hope your back loosens up as well, friend. Back pain is never fun. Here you go. A little drink that all vampires fear.
Garlic breath.
Not quite, but that's a good name. May I steal it?
You don't ask for permission before you steal something, Innkeep. Then it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade.
I see. Did you hear about my new drink, the garlic breath?
Ha! Good one.
That was cute.
It tastes like, not garlic, but just as fearsome to a vampire.
You don't find garlic scary?
No, only the absence of it.
That makes two of us.
Hopefully this will help me evade her. I'm not prepared for a fight, but I won't need one if my steps are as swift and quiet as the wind. And if she can't see me. Goodbye, Innkeep. I would say pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie with the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance.
Vengeance makes for an early grave.
Or for a good story.
Ooh.
Farewell.
He liked it. He really liked it. Hey, Kilobite. Welcome in, welcome in. Or for a bitter end. Hey, it's Lynn. Quest taken.
I'm taking this quest. And a drink.
Great. Did you sleep well?
What?
Sleep. How was it?
Ah, fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages.
Sounds like you needed it.
No, your beds are just too comfortable. It was hard to get up.
Of course. My apologies. I will make sure to take your feedback into consideration. Would you like a drink as compensation?
Think I already said that. Make me something strong that will wake me up and keep me up too.
Ooh. I wonder how this will affect things. Let's see. Let's give her a chili. Give her a chili. 1 and 2. Oh no, I did the wrong thing. I did charisma instead of strength. Bummer. Okay, this is gonna be my first one. But undo. Wait, how? Look at his sparkly eyes. Oh, they're so cute. Undo. There you go, undo. Oh my goodness, you're so precious. Okay. And I think it was 1 charisma after that. Southern Brawler. Ding, ding, ding. Shadow Boy blushes blue. Yes, he does. Something strong coming right up.
That is strong. Just the right amount of too much.
Maybe I should call this drink the Carolyn.
No, you shouldn't. Anyway, the quest.
Yes, the quest.
I'm taking it.
So you said. I see it is my turn to make conversation. I miss Fable. Isn't it a bit too soon for another quest? You just returned.
It has been hours since I have done anything but sleep, chat, and drink. I am getting antsy. If I sit still for too long, it feels like my bones are just disintegrating and I forget who I am.
I think that's called boredom.
It's torture.
That too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire's sunscreen couldn't get more reckless than that.
It could be taken Elfia. It could by taken Elfialon.
Fair point. Please don't.
I won't. So that's the live us for a vampire.
Vampire sunscreen.
Can't a vampire get their chimera goo themselves?
It's a wyvern chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. Also, if everyone just did their own quests, the quest economy would be in shambles.
Suppose that'd be terrible for your business.
Indeed. Have you ever encountered a chimera before?
No, not a real one. Got me thinking, ain't it kind of blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian?
Depends. Are you religious?
Guess not.
Then no.
Would it be if I was?
Don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created to be guardians by the protectors of the realms. So, stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with the doctrine.
Good thing you aren't a priest. You do a piss-poor job.
Thank you. Is blasphemy what you're most worried about?
I ain't worried.
Okay.
Ain't that either.
Then what is it?
Excitement, I suppose.
Excitement?
Don't laugh.
I'm not laughing. I'm asking.
Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before. And I've always sort of wanted to.
Why haven't you?
Ain't exactly easy to find one, or to survive one.
This seems like a great opportunity for you then.
It is.
What's it about guardians?
It's less about the guardian and more about what it created. Maybe a bit about the chimera. It's got a dragon head, right?
Yes, modeled after its creator, I would guess. So let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragon heads?
They're cool. Also, when I was little, my baba used to tell me a bedtime story about dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journeys. Not sure if it's true, but she always claimed she met each of the realm's keepers themselves. Had little keepsakes from them and all. My sword's one of those. Passed it on to me before she was Passed? Left. One day she was just gone. Think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. Like to think she visited one of her dragons one last time.
Your family has a leaving problem.
At least she left our savings alone. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on this quest, it almost feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers.
Did she ever tell you about a wyvern chimera?
No. Was the only kind she never encountered. Had quarrels with those feline ones, different varieties of scales, even a cow one, I think. But never found a wyvern one in all her years. It would have been nice to be able to tell her the story when I returned. If I return.
I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I make for a good baba, but I do enjoy a good tale.
I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much.
This is you talking too much?
So, you like dragons?
I do. They're fascinating creatures. Very interesting. Very magical.
They are. Fascinating. And magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted their magic. And their wings.
You can just ask them for their magic. Not sure about their wings.
I ain't a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. Don't do all that magic.
Beep! Why not?
I like my sword. And my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone. Not even dragons.
A little help never hurt anybody.
A little self-reliance don't either.
If you say so. Does that mean you want a drink to pep you up, Lynn?
Didn't say that.
I see. That doesn't count as help?
It's prepayment for me taking on your quest.
Sure. You'll be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusions to offer that could greatly help with your quest.
Nah, that sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple.
All right. What can I get you then?
I reckon a little bit of a boost for this body couldn't hurt. Heard they're quick and toothy, so I'll need to be too hardy for its bite. Some defense might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how much they enjoyed a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart it with the right play. But I'd need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on a bad idea.
Are you sure you don't want any infusions? Just a little bit of phoenix chili would make you fire resistant. That could be very useful in a fight.
Dragons, you're stubborn. Sure, I'll try one.
And on the topic of trickery.
No, one is enough.
Either you mix defense with your weird chilies,
Either you mix defense with your weird chilies or you go heavy on the intelligence. Don't need any more of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. That's your job. Figure it out.
Ooh. Okay, so we haven't done an intelligence one yet. And I kind of want to do it just because. But that one we wouldn't do any infusion on. So I think I am going to do the Sparkling Nebula. Just because I want to make it. Oh, no, it's not really true to character for her. Okay, fine. I am going to do the Frosted Lagoon with the Chili Infusion. Okay, Chili Infusion. And then Frosted Lagoon, all the way defense, and then 1 charisma. Okay. Okay. 1, 2... Okay. And then 1 charisma. Ding, ding, ding! Frosted Lagoon with a chili infusion. Boop! Figured it out.
Thanks. Feeling tougher already. And dangerously close to catching fire myself. Think I could almost take a dragon on with this.
Let's stay grounded.
How urgent is the sunscreen?
Pretty urgent. The sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires.
Maybe he should sunbathe less then. That might solve his problems.
It might. But when has an easy solution ever been fun?
Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they got some mice in that mangrove.
Good luck.
Won't be needing it.
I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return. Feed Andu. Sweep, sweep, clean floor. And blow out the candles for a good cozy night. Ooh, you gotta get on that crocheting game, Base. All right, Act 1, The Wayfarer's Inn, Chapter 4, Starlight Sonata, 60th of the Wake. It won't take too long, but your yarn is at home and you have no idea when you'll leave. Ooh, okay, gotcha. She's so pretty! But this is where I'm going to stop the stream, guys. I'm sorry. My throat's just getting a little bit raw from all of the reading. And I also was already planning to kind of do a short stream today because I have a lot of baking to do before New Year's tomorrow and before Christmas. So thank you all so much for coming to hang out with me today. I know it's kind of a crazy week this week and next week, but I super appreciate you all still taking your time to come and hang out with me. You are all wonderful and supportive, and I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Even all of you in the future watching this as a video, thank you, thank you, thank you. I wish you all a cozy rest of your day and most of your week. Have a happy holiday, have a Merry Christmas, and I will hopefully see you guys on Friday for whatever the poll decides. Bye, guys.